Hello everyone, this is our presentation for internship preparation course. Our group members, as you can see, we're on the side over here, and our scenario is scenario number 3, which is the IT guy. The case study shows that we are a business assurance approach company, which many agile teams combine in practices to form different new frameworks. Our given case for the time being is that we are an IT officer in an advertising agency with a company of 20 staff members, and with the provided agility process, we bring trust and autonomy. Our main task is to create a data migration project which requires working software over documentation and more individual processes over tools. So, a quick walkthrough of the agile methodology. First, we brainstorm the ideas, then we move into design. After the design is done, we move into development, which involves coding and such. Then we look for quality assurance, and once we're happy with the client, we deploy it. Now, there's testing done in each different sprints in the agile methodology. So the problem with our current situation is that we rely too much on external support instead of remote, as they had workers coming in externally instead of having more remote workers set up. Technical support is another issue, and system incapability with the hardware and applications. We also need to set up a good workflow and setup. The priority and the degree of urgency also varies on who to help and who not to help. So the main thing is the data migration project. The IT guy works on the data migration project while handling staff queries such as frozen screen, deleted files, slow network, and forgotten password. So it has a couple of possible negative side effects. The main reason could be the network connectivity and hardware and software issues. Computer systems illiteracy, where staff are uncertain on how to use a Windows or a Linux operating system. Untrained personnel as a result of prior lack of training and necessity. A traditional approach where the users normally are based on admin-based systems rather than cloud systems. And of course, there's the network traffic. So we have a couple of solutions.
Hi everyone. So there are some solutions to these problems like time management. Time management is the first thing to consider when it comes to it. Even to the agile methodology, we have to plan it first, and if we manage our time accordingly, we can give enough time to our colleagues, and we have enough time to finish our project as well if we managed our time properly. And uh, and then there's a communication is a good skill. uh, we can let them know, let our colleagues know about your solution, about your situation, but also offer them alternative and motivate them to step out of their comfort zone, and let them know how to use the internet themselves. And we can also introduce them to the cloud storage for the passwords, and they can also maintain their backups. So if they lose something or delete something from their phone, so they can just go to the backup and download it again. And for all these things considered, you have to uh, train the employees how to use them. So training is very important when it comes to it. And next one, please. uh, and also encourage them to browse on the internet every time they have a problem. It's just like sometimes it's just a simple thing, they can just fix it themselves. So they can just browse it on the internet, or go to the YouTube and search it. So it's very easy to change their password if they forget it. Just click on a forget the password, and they can do it if they browse it on the internet. And it's like when too many people are using one connection, the internet is slow, obviously. So we have to come up with better technology, and we need a better software for everything as well. So that's all. Thank you.
Hello, everyone. Support officer. Whether we are handling data migration project or any other project, we have so much of responsibility considering to help out the other staff members if they are coming to us. So in agile methodology, if we have to submit this project in 3 months, we have to consider a time frame, as Mangal explained. Time frame is really important. So what we have come with an idea is, like, if we discuss the staff members query after office hours, it can really help an IT manager and IT officer to complete their project. The next one is doing extreme programming. If as an IT officer, I help doing extreme programming, and then it helps the staff members, there will be no errors or there will be no bugs like they were standing out before, and they can easily use the simple procedures, like they were falling into logging in and accessing the data or anything. So it really helps. So agile methodology helps to keep you on track with your project and with the other ideas, because as an IT officer, you have to leverage some change. So bringing change management in the organization is really important as a competitive advantage for the company, to give the project on time, to deliver the project on time to the clients. You can see the in pictures. There is a methodology is a body of methods, procedures, and rules. Agile doesn't basically use methods and procedures. It does just use rules. Coming over to the next slide. So examining the solution and follow the agile values is really important. If we, in this scenario, if we follow less agile, like just focus on values, it will be really important, as interaction with our staff members, with our clients is really important. So this should be our processes, and this should be our tool. And yeah. So working software over comprehensive documentation means, if we work everything on software based, not on documentation, there will be no problem. And if we bring this change into our organization, it will be a really good change to the organization, and it will really need market competency, because other high level organizations are using that. So it will really help the customers, the staff members, and the organization to reach to the profit level. So customer collaboration over contract negotiation is really important. And so this can be done with interaction and communication. And the last is responding to change over following a plan, is what I have already explained. Bringing the change is really important. So you have to change. You don't have to change your plan. You just have to manage and exercise accordingly.
Okay, I'm going to tell about the risk factors, what happened on the company due to the loss of responsibility handling on the guys. So it is directly affect on the staff performance when he engages in the one department and have to solve many problems of the many staffs. So it completely affect on finishing project on the time. So it will be on the delay to finish the project which he was nominated for on the other department, but all of his colleagues wants to get from him. And so we can reduce this kind of factors by by the many ways. And the one of the success rate is that we have to inform to the general managers about the scenario, and nicely and politely communicate with each other, so that the staffs or that IT guy can completely explains what he has uh, uh, he have to do his jobs. And on the company to handle like this kind of issues and problems, and the company can create opportunities for training